I was getting recorded. I was sending voice memos and me on the phone when I was on the phone with my friends.
They wanted to do this for a reason. They want a reason because views probably getting low, pay getting low, YouTube checks getting low, a storyline to talk about, need something to bring up months later.
I'm like, y'all in cahoots around this. Ed go tell the bitch I said that they in cahoots.
What's good, bedtime bandits? It's your girl Britt, and I'm coming with that evening tea. So pour it up for me and smash that like button. If you're not aware, Crystal and Toni got into it today over Ed. Now, Crystal went live on Twitch. In the middle of Twitch, she ended up bringing up a situation between her and Toni. Toni claims it was old news, and Crystal must be low on money, must be going broke, YouTube views must be getting low. But she claims it's old news. Old to them, new to us. Either way, we gonna pour it up. But before we get into this tea, do me a little favor and smash that like button for you, girl.
The straw that ended everything. It was so much built up. This is not what caused us. Well, no, this was the last straw for sure. That was the last straw for sure. But it was so Ed and Crystal had got into a fight. I was high. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't smoked before I got on the phone with Crystal. I ain't smoke or nothing. I was already on 10 because while I was on the phone with Ed go say. And then all of a sudden, while I'm arguing with her, she just outright say we in cahoots with each other. So I had took that a type of way because I was like, why would you say that we in cahoots with each other when before y'all popped out on the media, I told you because y'all remember Crystal was messing with that CC. Y'all remember Crystal was messing with like CC. Crystal ain't. See, Crystal did not have a CC. Crystal didn't have to do nothing with CC, right? But CC liked it. Crystal. You get what I'm saying? CC liked it. Crystal. So Crystal was getting shit out of CC. No cap. I ain't even go fly. Crystal was get out of CC. And she was telling me like she wanted, CC had just got her AP. She was telling me she wanted to get a car. She was telling me she wanted to pay up all her bills. So when she told me that, I told her, well, girl, no shade. I said, you and Ed aren't official. I was like, so, cause she came to me and she asked me realistically, and Ed used to talk to her about CC as well. Cause Ed was, like I said, playing that friend role with her, playing that little role and telling her to milk CC.
She funny. I like how she said everything twice that she really wants us to absorb.
Cause at the time, Ed was like, she putting the AP on your wrist. I ain't finna put no AP on your wrist. Milk that hoe. You get what I'm saying? So when she came to me, I told her, I said, look, I was like, as a woman, you like the stuff that CC gives you. I was like, and you have Ed. I said, if I was the kid, I said, keep your trick for however long you keep her. Because at the time, she was presenting CC as a trick to me. So I was like, keep your trick. And then when you ready to settle down, you pop out with Ed to the world. Yeah. That's how I told her to do it. I told her to get her Range Rover from CC and keep the AP. You get what I'm saying? Like, she was trying to.
Now, obviously, I don't know anyone in this video personally, but it does sound like you're counting the pockets a bit, hun.
Noonie had FaceTime me and told me that. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, well, Noonie, stay out of it, because if Ed get too mad, I don't want him to start snapping on you, so stay out of it. That's what I told Noonie. So, boom. Me and Noonie get off the phone. Ed called me. So when Ed called me or whatever, me and him get on the phone, and I told Ed, I said, boy, you tripping. I said, you know you ain't going out with none of them girls you go out with in Miami. You going out with an influencer. You try that crazy shit, she gon' what? Like she did today. She gonna run to the internet.
Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think she meant that the way she said that. Because if somebody is going crazy on you, you should definitely run to somebody.
She gon' you can't be doing that. And I was like, and you definitely can't, not saying Ed put his hands on females, but I'm like, you can't fight her. You can't fight her. I told him that on the phone. So what he told me, he like, oh, Toni, I ain't put my hands on her, sis. I ended
up getting into it with Ed, smacked out of Ed. Toni called me yelling at the top of her lungs. Toni called me yelling at the top of her lungs. Click, bow. She texted me and said, bitch, learn that. Cause you not about to keep playing with me as if I'm fake. Never been that. You ain't never been fake, gang? It took all of this for me to find out that you've been recording me.
What?
That you've been going back to my nigga, telling him X, Y, and Z. It took for all of this for you to call my nigga mama and tell her that he don't need to be paying my rent.
Damn!
It took all of that. Like, come on now. No, a man did not start all of this. Toni Ben started all of this. To be honest, they was already having their conversations, which is why I smacked the no shade. They was already having a little secret conversation after me and Ed had just got into a little debate, a little debacle. So boom, we get into the debacle. You go back and tell Toni or whatever the case may be. However it went, Toni found out that I said that they said that he was in cahoots. Okay, boom. Even if he was being messy, oh my grandma, that's the least compared to the shit after. And I had already checked him about being messy. So it's like y'all telling me that he was messy is not frying my brain or like nothing. Like he was doing shit for me that was being messy with his friends. Because I know way more than about M. I can say it. I know way more than about Marv. Be for real. And you know, if I wanted to say something, I would have been did it. You have been doing it. Hence why she know everything. Hence why he knew all my tea before I could even tell him. Like, hoes be spiraling, smoking. Tell a lot if you. I tell a lot of what. I'll tell a lot if you want me to. I'll be a real you is the only thing bitches you don't never say how you feel, but tell everybody else. Hoes dumb, dick dumb at that. I never spoke down about Toni ever. Like, what am I speaking down on somebody that's my friend, genuine friend? I got you in my day with me. What I'm down on you about? Think about the nigga. I can't even show you guys the. If you felt like, oh, you went too far by saying we was in cahoots. How did it go from, oh, you saying that I'm in cahoots to I tell all your business?
Exactly.
You hit that like button yet? Come on now, don't be stingy, girl. Go ahead and smash that like button. But honestly, going into this, I thought Crystal was going to be the problem. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like Toni and Crystal have had animosity since Crystal first started dating Ed. We would hear stories every now and then on Crystal's channel about how Ed was taking up for Toni and that was Ed's best friend and yada, yada, yada. But in all honesty, I feel like the pot been brewing. But honestly, friend or no friend threatening me with releasing my information is crazy. But before we get into the rest of this tea, make sure you pour it up for me and smash that like.
How did that go hand in hand? If I'm wrong as a friend and I'm like, damn, what the y'all asked the cahoots around this? How I said it and how I went back and got to her, whatever the case may be. But even if you felt like, oh, I'm not a cahoots, like you tweaking, you could have said that. You went directly for, I could tell all your business. Then
No. No.
you sent me voice messages of my business. Built up. You knew it didn't take you no seconds to try to like think of like, oh, what has Crystal done that she don't know that I know? Like, bitch, I already had that shit to rip, bitch. Yeah, you was spraying it, bitch. Like, oh my grandma, all of that trying to play victim shit. If you had a friend, I don't give a fuck about it. If it was on the media, if you had a friend who played with you the way that me, you would be on the same shit. And if you're not, you go, bitch. Fuck is you about?
Now, originally, Toni started off a little subtle, throwing out a little bit of tea here and there, but not saying too much. Throwing out little subliminals, like mentioning the fact that Ed and Crystal met when Crystal was still with Jazz, and the fact that Ed was okay with Crystal milking a stud named Cece that used to trick off on Crystal. But before we get into Toni's reaction turning all the way up, I'm going to throw in this clip of Ed and Crystal discussing the situation.
Yes, he was on the phone.
No, I was not, bro.
Well, from what I heard, because I don't know anything. By the time I caught that story from top to bottom, I'm like, oh,
bro, because I ain't never called her back.
Listen, so y'all in cahoots around this bitch. Ed go tell the bitch that they in cahoots. She called me talking all crazy. I treat the I get on your ass. I get in the house and I say, it's my business. Smack. Him, no shade.
Bro,
like,
listen.
Crystal
think whatever she want to think. Like,
I spoke with that hoe since that day. Oh my grandma, that hoe.
Man, listen, Crystal ain't give a. I can tell her the right shit. They don't give a. I'm telling her, man, that shit was not like that. Crystal like, I don't give
Too much cahoot shit.
no cahoots. Like, what the
I
fuck?
know exactly who. Exactly. He told me, I could be telling Ed all your business. What business? Now I gotta smack you. No
all right,
shade.
but look,
I'm back to Houston since.
Chill your soft ass.
I don't like that bitch. I'm finally so glad I can finally say it. Like, I don't like that
You
bitch.
so funny gave her a pass that said she
I don't like that bitch. I don't like that bitch.
Hold up, wait, oh there. Do y'all see how uncomfortable it's making Ed to allow Crystal to call Obey Toni out of her name. I know y'all were besties and whatnot, but the fact that you said you had to give your girl a pass, that it's okay to say it now, even though Toni claims this beef been happened, I'm still keeping my eye out for them two.
Y'all two have been in cahoots with me and you trying to reverse it. One thing about you a web manipulator. That's why I'm finna change your contact name back.
No. Y'all was both, first of all, y'all was both on some hee ha ha, we friends.
What is going on here?
Team up against me and it's fired on both of y'all.
No. But anyway, I used to have Crystal's contact name as manipulator.
Not you keep calling her a manipulator when she trying to tell a story. And honestly, no shade, but mine better back me every time. I don't know, y'all let me know in the comments below what y'all think about this video, because in my opinion, I think he low-key subliminally trying to send messages through Toni through the live.
You do is try to manipulate me.
Let it be on the T-page, don't it? Cause I got all the messages.
Everybody did around this about what everybody did to me. Talk about what everybody did to me before we talk about anything. That's why I say I don't really want to keep talking about this, because they're so mad, because I know these people. I know them. And I really feel like they wanted to do this for a reason. They want a reason, because views probably getting low, pay getting low, YouTube checks getting low, big a storyline to talk about, need something to bring up months later.
You need to relax.
You'll never see me talking about no hoe I don't fuck. Like, what is you saying to me right now? So let me tell you what it was. Matter of fact, because I'm still not even telling you fully everything. I'm still not even telling y'all everything. Still not to this day, still not. You talking about me and you got me blocked on everything else. Like, how you finna go live about a person and you got me blocked on everything? Who does that? Who does that? Then you round here waking up at 2 in the morning thinking about me. Oh, I ain't thinking about you in my bed with my nigga. Me and your dick suckers with your other nigga.
Huh?
I am both of y'all beef suckers at that. Why? It don't make no sense. Like, that don't make no sense to me. Be real. I was nothing like that. Don't make no sense. And then if you trying to say, oh, this, you trying to make it seem like I'm flawed. Everybody in the situation was wrong. Everybody was in the
Ed around. Yeah, that's why you brought Ed around. You brought Ed around to bait me up so I could be your friend so that we could talk.
How rude.
In them house and be up, not paying no bills, driving cars and dressed up and they like, come on now again. Like, you knew you had you a nice friend and you used it. And that's just what it was. No shame.
whatever. She was like, no, because he went to my brother or whatever saying, and then this is what Crystal said. This was the first thing she said. She was like, you told him not to buy me nothing. That was the first thing she had said. So when she said that, I said, I told Ed not to buy you nothing, right? So I'm like, exactly, woo lady, what? So I'm like, what you mean I told Ed not to buy you nothing? Because now I'm confused. And that's the part that Ed was leaving out. Because I'm thinking Crystal just on the phone talking dick hair.
What?
The whole time, that's why I was like, it was so much miscommunication and why me and Crystal was arguing the way we was. Because when he explained his side to me, he explained it to me on some, she tripping. I just went out there to talk to her, trying to see what was wrong with her. And then she just brought you up. So I'm like, baby, he just came on the phone like, oh, she just started snapping on me and I was holding her back. I was holding her. That's all I was doing. I did not hit her. I was just holding her and I was telling her, and she just outright said that we in cahoots with each other. So I'm like, what? So after me and him get off the phone, I called Crystal. So when I called Crystal like, hello? I'm like, Crystal, I just got off the phone with Ed. Why you telling Ed like me and him in cahoots with each other? I'm like, when I was the one that told you to keep your trick and to wait for the pop out before you had fully popped out. Just make sure you feel me. Like, how am I in cahoots with him?
Whew, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This young lady is all over the place and I can barely piece together her story. Why does she keep mentioning that she told Crystal to keep her trick as though it means that you and Ed couldn't still be in cahoots?
So I was so on 10 when I got on the phone. I ain't gonna lie. When I had got on the phone, like I said, I ain't smoking nothing. I wasn't really trying to hear. I had already felt a type of way towards Crystal for a whole different thing. So
Case closed. but still open.
Okay, KK, it's all starting to make sense now. So you've been having a little animosity towards Crystal, and you was waiting for the ball to drop so you could release that tea. But y'all go ahead and do me a little favor and smash that like button for me, subscribe to my channel, turn on that post notification bell so you know whenever I'm dropping a hot cup of tea. Now back to the beef.
But she was around there saying that to Ed. I really took it like, funny. Because what you mean I'm in cahoots with this nigga? Like, and then you calling me, trying to tell me what he did, and I'm calling this nigga to snap on him because I'm thinking y'all done got into it real bad. Well, that's what I thought at the time. I thought that y'all had got into it real bad, or how Noonie flipped the camera and showed me everything was damaged. I thought the fight was that bad. So I'm calling him to make sure he don't do nothing crazy to you.
This ain't no joke, man. This the real deal.
And you saying we in cahoots. So while I'm snapping on her while she talking, Crystal was trying to talk to me. She was trying to tell me how she was in cahoots, because apparently this is the part that Ed left out. This is the part that Ed left out. And this is why Crystal thought we was in cahoots. Because apparently when Crystal sent her brother there to go check Ed or whatever, Ed was basically telling the brother shit. But that's what Ed was leaving out to me on the phone. You get what I'm now? Y'all get what I'm trying to say?
No.
Let me know if y'all get what I'm trying to say, or I got it. Y'all remember when I told y'all Noonie FaceTimed me and showed me that the house was damaged or whatever, right? Y'all remember that part? And they had got into it. And y'all remember when I said Crystal called me trying to say, oh, your brother did this and that, and she was like, I'm finna send my brother over here. My brother finna come check him. Remember Crystal said she had a brother coming to check him. The brother had came, and Ed was upstairs, I guess, talking to the brother about whatever. Because like I said, I wasn't in Houston. I wasn't there for the conversation. But apparently Ed was talking to this brother and telling this brother stuff that I guess me and him conversated about or whatever. But Ed failed to come back and tell me that. Like, he failed to come back and tell me. He just
about nothing though, but that's why me and Toni stopped being cool, because I feel like she ain't supposed to be doing that, telling Crystal and Noonie all that. She got carried away because of the Twitch clip. And I said Crystal was hitting me too much. And Crystal, was like, you were being messy. But I just had to explain to Crystal today, I wasn't being messy. I really was snapping on Toni, because Toni, I'm in Atlanta one time. Toni was around me when I was in Atlanta. But when I got back from Atlanta, Crystal being weird. Like, Crystal had a little attitude. But as Crystal having an attitude, Crystal putting fuels to the fire. Toni putting fuels to the fire. Toni telling Crystal, oh, you don't think you should check headphones?
damn.
Like, what type of best friend is that? Why my best friend telling my bitch home?
Now, in my opinion, that is messy work. If you're going to be friends with both of them, be friends with both of them. Meaning you have to be loyal to both of them. Because wouldn't no ninja been able to do anything around me without letting him know, like, hey, if she asks, I'ma tell. But now you took the opposite route and told his girl to check his phone when he came back from a trip that he was on with you. Well, dang, girl, if you don't think they should be together, just say that.
So when I get back, me and Crystal weren't talking. Like, we just in different rooms, we driving, we ain't talking to nothing. Oh yeah, so basically me and Crystal weren't talking for like 2 days. The nigga asked, what's your name? What I went and did. I went and started talking to Crystal, got out of here, and me and Crystal got into an altercation.
Oh my God!
And Toni had parts of it, because Toni was in her ear, telling her all type of crazy. You can't be in the middle, for real, you gotta pick a side with this. Or if you're gonna be in the middle, you gotta know how to do it. You can't be saying, ask for he don't like you, or he ain't finna buy you that watch, he ain't finna buy you that purse. Toni ain't supposed to be doing like that. You just gotta know how to be real, bro. A person can vent to you all day. Crystal can say whatever she wanna say to Toni, bro. Toni's job ain't to be saying all that extra shit. I don't even care about what she was saying. The only thing I was caring about is her trying to put negative shit towards me. Like, don't do that, bro. Cause you don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, you don't know if I like this girl or not. Like, you ain't in my head.
Exactly.
Y'all like the video yet? Okay, I'm just making sure you're paying attention. Don't get mad at me. Now, it was a bit messy for Ed to go back and tell Toni what Crystal said. To me, it sounded like y'all both be going to Toni with y'all business. But it's not really fair that Crystal could get upset with you for telling Toni y'all business, considering y'all were already friends before you and Crystal met. And Crystal clearly be spilling the tea too. In my opinion, y'all were never really friends. Y'all were just friends through Ed. And the gag is Crystal is now saying that Toni stole her purse.
She left her phones down here. When we had went to Miami, I had let her see this purse. Y'all know that pink Prada purse that I had got? Have y'all seen me with that purse? Y'all, I had got a pink diamond Prada purse. I took it to Miami with me. Crystal, read the comments. No, she could never be my friend again.
Exactly.
I took my purse to Miami. I let her see the purse. Never seen my purse again. And we fall out. She want to get her phones. She want to get all her.
Yes, definitely.
Mind you, I have everything at my house. I don't want your raggedy ass phones. You gotta have these back. But I want my purse back. Do y'all know this? Now this is the icing on the cake. And you tell me if I'm weird now. Try to act like I was holding her phones captive because she couldn't find my purse.
Is that up for debate?
You couldn't find my purse. I back then. This is what made this key. Because her and my friends called the police to his house to get her phones. Called my nigga mama, told his mama that I don't for him and X, Y, and Z. And I'm not the girl for him. And little do she know I be talking about him. And her number, she reached out to his sister. His sister didn't know what was going on. Imagine they've been best friends. So she didn't think nothing of it when she gave the number up and keep saying, oh, why you ain't get mad at Ed? Ed did like, oh, y'all are cahoots. Okay, that's looking get past. Tried to air my business out. You stole my purse. You say you didn't steal it. You lost my purse. You called my nigga mama. Recorded me. Square up. No shade. Like, square up.
No.
She wanted him. She was looking for support. Recorded your combos, got it, literally. I do want y'all to stop saying that I'm the weird one. This is what you do to me? Oh, okay. All my business too. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was real comfortable. Like, with my friendships, I be real comfortable, like, everything. Like, and that's on me, but it's like...
Crystal stating that all Toni does is wears other people's clothes and she doesn't have any money. Then Toni coming back responding with Crystal has an addiction that she learned from Jazz. She stated, so are you. We know Jazz taught you well. Poppin' junkie. Then she...
Oh, what is going on here?
pretty much went on to expose how Crystal and Ed really met, how Crystal was still in a relationship with Jazz while entertaining Ed.
Okay. And Crystal did keep it 100 about those allegations. I can't find the clip because it was absolutely too much going on, but she did admit to popping the E and said Toni took a piece with her. But I feel her. Anything I do, I'm going to never be embarrassed about it.
I'm getting mad.
You need to relax.
Because I don't even do that. Like, girl, stop trying to make it seem like somebody want to steal your pink Prada bag, bitch. I didn't steal that pink 1988 ass crossbody Prada bag, hoe. Stop playing with me. And I had Raymonte call her because while I'm trying to get my stuff, this bitch on TikTok, Instagram, my number, and this is the crazy part to me. You talking about me and you got me blocked on everything else. Like, how you finna go live about a person and you got me blocked on everything? Who does that?
Woo-wee, that was a lot of tea for me. But in my opinion, Toni and Crystal were never friends. They were associates through Ed. Unfortunately, if your significant other doesn't get along with your best friend, and you also catch your best friend doing a little bit of shady-ish, she probably not your best friend either. But before we get out of here, y'all already know what y'all better do, and smash that like button for your girl. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that post notification so you know when we pour it up. Love y'all. Peace.